Welcome back, Tater Tots, to my channel for episode 19 of the Sugar Macaroon Legacy Generation 1 Watermelon. So in the last episode, Mallory finally heard the full story from her father and learned what really happened. And it was actually a pretty heartbreaking story, and it brought her and her father a lot closer together. And so Keely and Lewis, they also went to prom, and Lewis was voted as prom royalty, which was amazing. And that is where it leads us to the start of today's episode. After prom had ended, Keely found graduation was fast approaching. She was working hard, trying to narrow down what she wanted to do after it was all over. She spoke with Lewis for a while about things and had learned two things. One, she knew she wanted adventure, and two, she quite enjoyed writing. After becoming a teen, journaling had become a great source of relief for her in letting her emotions out on paper. She liked the freedom that it gave her. At school, she spoke with a few of her classmates and friends to see what their plans were. Several had said they were going into jobs straight away, while others mentioned heading to university. To be honest, she had never thought much about university, but the more she sat on the idea, the more she began to think, maybe it could be for me. Hoping to get some kind of guidance, she headed out to the park one evening, hoping to run into the old woman she had seen before. She arrived and was only met with the peaceful sway of the trees as the cool night wind blew. She looked up at the night sky and let out a sigh. "Where are you? I was hoping to find you so you could read my aura again or whatever." Just then she heard footsteps approaching. She turned around excitedly, full of hope. Instead of the old woman, it was a man she had never seen before. It was Callum. Both wore looks of surprise, neither expecting the other. Keely cleared her throat. Sorry, I thought you were someone else." The man looked at her curiously for a moment and said, "It's quite all right. No need to apologize. Sorry to disappoint." He looked around, scanning the area. "What brings you out here at this hour?" Keely chuckled. "That line sure gives me deja vu." The man gave her a perplexing look. Keely explained, "I met an old woman here last time and she asked me the same thing. I was kind of actually hoping to run into her again, but I haven't seen her again since." "I see. That's too bad. Why were you seeking her?" he asked curiously. Keely laughed once again and answered, scratching her head. "Well, it sounds silly now that I'm saying it out loud, but the last time I saw her, I was pretty stressed out about things, and she offered to read my aura. I still don't really know what that meant, but I was kind of hoping she could do it again for me." At this statement, Callum immediately knew she must be talking about Aggie. After all, she was the only witch he knew of that had such a power. Not wanting to let on he knew her, or let the poor girl know of her passing, he decided to take matters into his own hands. He stepped forward. "Well, I can't read any auras per se. However, if you wish, I'm willing to listen to what's on your mind. However, I know I'm a complete stranger, so no hard feelings if you don't." Keely looked thoughtful for a moment. She sighed, standing up. "Oh, well, it can't hurt. However, I won't make the same mistake twice. I never got the old woman's name before. My name is Keely. What's your name, sir?" "It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Keely. My name is Callum." He leaned forward and bowed. Keely was a bit surprised, but laughed. "You don't need to be so formal. Anyway, ready for my dilemma?" Callum smiled. "Of course, please. I'm all ears." She took a deep breath and began. She told him all about her confusion on figuring out what she wants to do and where to go. He listened carefully, nodding his head here and there. Finally, Keely stopped to catch her breath. "Oh, sorry about that. I went into a rant." Callum looked at her thoughtfully. "You know, I don't think your problem is not knowing what you want to do, but rather not knowing where your heart truly lies." Keely looked at him in confusion. "What do you mean?" Callum stepped forward and explained. "You see, sometimes we think of things we should or want to do, but we fail to listen to what our heart actually wants. I knew someone a long time ago that had a similar problem. He was a bit rebellious and proud, but he had a good heart. However, he often did what he felt he should or what he wanted on impulse instead of truly listening to what his heart told him. Because of that, he had to suffer the consequences. He looked down, knowing full well the man he spoke of was none other than himself. That seems pretty doom and gloom, Keely said. Are you saying that I'm going to have problems if I don't listen to my heart? I'm sorry, I don't mean to make it sound that way. I simply mean, do what your heart tells you, not what others say or what you think you want to do. Take time to listen to your inner voice. No matter what we choose, there are always consequences to our actions. Regardless, don't be afraid and push through whatever comes your way and don't give up. Keely laughed once more. Wow, what are the chances that both people I meet here in this park give me such cryptic advice? Anyways, I appreciate you listening to me. Keely turned to leave, but looked over her shoulder, smiling, and said, By the way, if the person you are referring to was yourself, give yourself some slack. Life is life. It happens. You just gotta make the most of it. With that, she ran off back down the road. Callum stood there alone, a look of shock on his face. Then it quickly changed to a smirk. He chuckled quietly to himself and spoke to the still night air. Who would have thought that the advice giver would be the one getting the greatest advice? He looked up at the beautiful sky, letting out a sigh. Oh, Miranda, I'll do my best for our daughter. Thank you for protecting her and for your sacrifice. Only because of that can I have even a shred of joy now. Oh, and Aggie, I'm sorry for harboring such ill feelings towards you all these years. I never gave you the credit you deserved. But thank you for watching over Mallory all this time. Take care of my Miranda until I get there. It is Monday morning, the start of a new and fresh week, and Keely is just in here getting her shower and getting ready for the day because they do have to go to school, her and Lewis, and so he's down here having some morning yogurt. Of course, poor Bobby is so dirty, so we're gonna have to give him a bath for sure today, but then we also need to feed him, so we'll have to take care of that. But we are gonna go to school with both Keely and Lewis this morning, and because Keely is wanting to talk to a few other people still more about the idea of university, because after meeting Callum last night, she's feeling a lot more confident and kind of realizing that, oh my gosh, she just stepped in the poop. That is so funny. I don't think I've ever actually seen my sim do that. And she wiped it on the carpet. Oh my goodness. So yeah, school does start in about an hour. But yeah, so after talking with Callum last night, look, she's still upset that there's poo. Did she step in another poo? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you, Bobby? You just leaving poo everywhere. And why is my game so laggy? What's going on? I don't know. I didn't do anything. I didn't add anything. But anyways, she is, it looks like, feeling a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, because of the stepped in pet poop. You gross. Pet owners who do not pick up after their pets are the worst. Even though, honey, you are one of the pet owners. And, oh, she's wearing used laundry. I'm sorry, Keely's outfit isn't exactly fresh from the washer, but nobody will call her out for wearing it either. Set aside time to do laundry the next few days, though. Whoops. I don't think I've ever seen that one either. But oh my gosh, honey, why are you walking in on Lewis while he's just getting out of the shower? Oh my gosh. So anyways, yeah, she's going to talk to several of her classmates more about what universities they're going to, because she's trying to make up her mind just to confirm if she thinks that, that's the path she wants to go. She thinks it sounds fun and adventurous to go somewhere new, to be away from home. And I mean, she does love Henford on Bagley, she really does, the town and the people, but she wants to go on adventure. She's an adventurous sim, so, well, at least she will be. So, okay, here we go. We are going to select and go with both of them. Here we are at school, and Josefina, I think that was her name, not Josefina. I don't know, maybe it's silent. But we're going to go ahead and chat with her because she is one of the... Oh, whoops, I'm on Lewis. I didn't mean for it to be Lewis. I meant for it to be on Keely here. So I'm going to have Keely chat with her. I don't know why we have... Why is it? I already knew her, didn't I? I don't know why it's making me... Maybe it's because, we barely talked to her before, so our, friendship line already went down. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense. So, come on, Keely, what are you doing? Like, what are you waiting for? Let's get going. Oh, it looks like she was chatting with Lewis here for a second. But we want to find out, what are her plans? What does she want to do? And, oh, looks like we've got Mara here chatting with us too. And so, yeah, we're just trying to see. Oh, look, she's pretty embarrassed because she missed that. So we get it. It's not always the coolest. But maybe she doesn't feel like chatting just because she's too busy playing football. I get it. Oh, Keely has learned that Mara is a horse lover. Very cool. So anyways, okay, well, we are going to just talk to her about a few things. And she's like, hey, so what are your plans? And she's like, well, I'm thinking about going to university, and I haven't figured out my major yet, but there's the two main ones are Foxbury and Brychester, and I'm still trying to figure out which one I want. Good one. Lewis likes jokes. I would say yeah, for sure. And oh, Keely's boss was happy with the work she did from home, and she made 1,400 simoleons. That's awesome. So anyways, I think this morning things have done pretty good. Ask to be confidant. Oh, okay. So yeah, let's try to introduce ourselves now to her. There we go. She is feeling quite tense. We're not quite sure why, but I did want to see. So she thinks, we think she's imaginative, and we don't have any sentiments about Mara. But anyways, let's find out. We'll compliment her appearance, and we'll tell her, oh, I guess not. Just kidding, because we have class. So we'll talk to her afterwards. But it seems like a lot of our fellow peers or students are planning on going to university, while some of them are indeed going to go straight to work. And this does not look like a teen. She looks like she's middle-aged because of this gray tone. It's so confusing. Also, if you just heard a weird sound, I don't know if it picked it up in my microphone. I promise it was my squeaky chair. That's all it was. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, look at them all just looking at their phones. Oh, because class hasn't started yet, that's why. But let's see who's in the other class over here. So that's where Mara and, what's her name again? Josefina and Camila Chopra, and then of course Kensley. So I think we'll chat also with Kensley because we want to find out what all of their goals are. And we are going to also contact, I forgot her name again, this one, Shanna, because she was in, not university, but she was over here at high school with us before, but she already became a young adult, so she graduated recently, and she, I believe, has gone off to university as well. Statistical chances of failure. Pop quiz about statistics. Keely thought the quiz would be hard enough, but one question just feels impossible. It's multiple choice, so thinking statistically, C is the safest choice. Go with C, it can't be C again. We're gonna just go with C. So Keely thinks C looks suspicious, but the statistical analysis of the internet can't possibly be wrong. She picks C but doesn't feel too great about it afterwards. And she got performance loss in class, so oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so she isn't a student, so if we do end up having her apply to university, I think she's doing pretty good. Also, I discovered that Myra, who we were intrigued by before, she has also become a young adult. So we could still contact her though about university. And then Shanna here, because I do want to spend time with them. So yeah, I think she'll text both of them after school just to see kind of what's going on, how things have been going since they graduated, and everything like that. And so I'm excited for Keely and her future, and she needs to talk to Melly about it to see what Melly's thoughts are about if she does go to university. What does she feel about that? Is she okay with it, that whole idea? So I think her and Melly are going to have some time together, just the two of them, to talk about that. Keely is eating lunch now that class is over, and she just got this suspicious, mischievous soul nearby. An acquaintance of Keely is around. Not the nice type of acquaintance whom you want to know more, however, but rather the type that you want to avoid. Keely barely knows that other sin, but their aura of mischief irks her. So, yeah, someone is really, really bothering her, and I'm not sure who it is exactly, but I'm thinking it's Camila because she was suspicious of her previously. But oh my gosh, of course the teacher came to sit with us. Look, she's in a club, the mixing crew. That's pretty funny, actually. But yeah, it looks like Josefina's like, yeah, well, I've actually got a job lined up for right when I get out. But I'm also considering university, but I haven't fully decided. But until I decide, I'm going to be making money and working part-time right now. So, looks like she's feeling a little bit suspicious. Like, why is this teacher sitting with us? So anyways, and Malachi McKinnon, we could also chat with him for a minute just to see too what his plans are. So I love that Keely is so open about it. I haven't even checked on Lewis. What is Lewis doing? Oh, he's down here chatting with Mara. Looks like he's getting along quite well with her actually. So I just wanted to see. Oh, he thinks she's basic looking. That's not very nice now, Lewis. So yeah, I don't think he likes anybody, honestly. Yeah, he has like no interest in anyone at the moment. And you know what? That is okay. That is completely fine. And I don't think that's like even on Lewis's radar is relationships. That's like the least of his worries. He's kind of like Melly in that I feel like he just doesn't really care. He's got his nose in the books and that's kind of what matters most to him. And that's completely fine. That is a-okay. Starting rumors. It started as a simple whisper among the other students in class, but now it has grown far more intricate. Someone's mom's cousin's kid did something or other after school. No one can keep the story straight. When a classmate asks Lewis what he knows about the subject, should he keep spreading the rumor or stop it in its tracks? So continue the spread or stand up for the student. I feel like Lewis, he would just kind of stop it because he would just be, not that he's like overly like full of justice and righteousness or anything like that, but just because he's kind of like, who cares? Like, what does it matter? Like, he's just not really one to gossip. He really doesn't care because he's just kind of in his own world. So he's going to just stand up for the student. Lewis does his best to appeal to his classmates' better angels, but to no avail. The rumor has a life of its own, and all Lewis got for trying to stop it was the ire and irritation of his classmates. So of course that didn't work too well. Keely seemed a little inattentive to class today, so she should make sure her class skills are up before next week. And Lewis impressed his teachers and learned a lot today. So all right, things did seem to go all right. Now that class is over, the school day is over, I am going to have her message Shanna. She's going to send her a text, and then we're also going to send Myra a text just to chat with them, and we maybe even could like go to lunch or something with them. But anyways, we do need to, she just want to be friendly with Josefina, and she wants to still chat with Myra. And what about Lewis? Of course, he's just wanting to analyze a book and do his homework. He's such a good student, like seriously. And what is he doing right now? He's playing Road Rival Alpha. I don't even know what that is. But we need to get these two on home because Keely does have some things that she wants to discuss with Melly. We are back at the house and Lewis is out here taking care of all the animals. So he's spending some time with Bianca, cleaning the shed, taking care of the chickens because Melly has been busy in here giving Bobby a bath because he was so dirty, looking so much better and happier now. And Melly is going to come and clean up this pet poo. She also stepped in it. Like, oh my gosh, is he leaving another one? Like, why is he pooping gold everywhere? Like, what is going on? Like, is our dog okay? Like, I don't understand what's wrong. How can you help Bobby feel better? Like, what does this mean? Like, why are there so many gold poos like every 5 seconds? Like, I really don't know. Like, what does this mean? Like, Bobby is probably sick and should probably see the vet. So I guess that's why. Okay, so we will need to take him to the vet. So unfortunately, it seems like our conversation with Keely might have to wait. Oh, look, Kinsley is inviting Lewis out to the hijinks festival. So my neighbor claims that the teas at Humor and Hijinks Festival will make you glow like an alien or something. Shall we find out if he's lying? So, I don't know. Should we have them go? No, because I feel like the city stuff would be like really far away from here. So I'm just going to pretend, I guess, that wouldn't happen. But okay, so Keely completed her homework. We'll have her come down here, and I'm going to have her actually try to cook dinner for everybody for tonight. I know that her cooking skill is not great, but we'll have her just do like something not too difficult. So we'll have her do this tomato soup, see if she can cook that, because we need to get Bobby to the vet because he is just not doing well. And Lewis is continuing to take care of all the animals for us. So while they do that, let's get Bobby on to the vet because this poor little thing needs help. Well, I was going to take Bobby to the vet, but apparently he's okay now. I'm so confused. Like, I went to click on him and all of a sudden that option to go to the vet is just gone and he's no longer uncomfortable. And Keely, honey, you just broke the stove, didn't you? But it's okay. We're just going to quickly replace this because we can. And we don't have time to worry about that. But Lewis needs to come on over, grab himself something to eat as well. Melly is like, thank you so much, Keely, for taking time to make dinner. I think you did a really great job because it is, oh, look, excellent. Fantastic. Good job. Look at them hugging. She's like, thanks so much, Mom. I've actually got something that I've been wanting to talk with you about. Melly's like, yeah, what is it, honey? Like, tell me. And Keely's like, well, you know, I'm thinking about my future and what I want to do. And a lot of my fellow students are wanting to go to university and things. And I was kind of thinking about it and I've really been enjoying writing lately, but what would you think if I left town to go to university? And Melly, I think she's like, well, is that really something that you want to do? Like, does that make you nervous to leave town or to be far away from home? And she's like, actually, it makes me feel really excited. I love this sense of adventure. Like, it just makes me feel so happy and to think about all these new experiences. And Melly, she's like, you know, honey, if that's what you want to do, then I'm all for it. I'm going to support you 100% because it's what you want to do. It's your future, not mine. And Keely really appreciates how like low-key Melly is about that because Melly knows that like, I mean, her life wasn't exactly how she thought it would ever be. I mean, obviously with not knowing her biological parents and everything, but she had a great life just growing up with Graham and he's the father to her, you know, and he has always supported her in her dreams and helped her out. And her dream just happened to be that she wanted to have her own farm, basically. And he was able to help her with that. And that just happened to be here in town. So if technically if Melly's daughter wants to go and do something that's further away, she's not going to stop her or hold her back from that for selfish reasons. She wants her to continue to be happy. And so, you know, I think she's a little sad and heartbroken because she won't get to see her as much and everything like that. But at the same time, she's so happy that, you know, she's finding her passion. She's finding what she wants to do because that's really what life is all about is, you know, enjoying it to the fullest, doing what you love to do and discovering things you don't know about yourself. And I think that that's just so adorable and sweet of her to handle things that way. And so it looks like it's kind of late, but I was thinking we could go ahead and take Bobby out for a jog. Who's feeling better? I think Keely is. So where is Bobby? Oh, Bobby is asleep. Well, let's come down here and wake up Bobby because we're going to go for a quick little nightly jog because she just wants to, you know, get all of her thoughts together and collect them. So go for a jog. And it looks like Lewis is already headed to bed. Poor thing. He is feeling quite exhausted. And I don't know where his homework is. I didn't see it in his inventory. Is it like... I don't even know. We'll worry about that later. But anyways, so I'm going to just let Keely do her jog here with precious Bobby, get some fresh air. And then, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. I have sent both Keely and Lewis off to school on their own today because Melly here, we got to finish her laundry, obviously, because of the whole used clothes thing. Melly's feeling a bit scared this morning because there was a really big thunderstorm that woke her up, and so it really kind of freaked her out. But the main reason we're staying with Melly is because today is actually Graham's birthday. So Melly is wanting to make sure that they can, you know, surprise him with a cake and everything and make sure that he knows how much he is appreciated by all of them. So she's going to be wow, Biggie. She's going to be busy making a cake. So let's look to see. I think she's going to do just the signature like honey cake for him because he literally likes things that are like more natural, and so like a honey cake coming from like the bees and things of the land and the woods around them. So she's using the local honey in the cake. And it looks like Bobby is having a pretty good time. Melly, she is going to work from home. Let's see what our assignment is, to research a plant, so we can definitely do that. Look at her. Look at her being so skilled. She is so cute. I love her. And her little jammies with the little peaches and her little strawberry shoes. So precious. But anyways, I hope that they are, what did this say? Chat with a non-household sim. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. But these two are working, pretty good. I think I'm going to have her go ahead and, oh, she's really uncomfortable. Oh, because she needs to eat. So they both need to eat. Hopefully they will eat soon. I guess I'll just leave them working normally so they're not like too overwhelmed with anything. But let's check out our cake. Let's see how she did. It looks beautiful. Look at that. Look at the cute little like honeycombs on that. That's precious. I'm going to go ahead and put candles on this because I don't even want to risk somebody just touching this cake. Like, even though we know it's going to be burning for hours, which is so unrealistic. But, it's fine. It's fine. So we'll go ahead and clean out the spoiled food out of the fridge while we wait for that. And then I do want us to make some, like little side dishes or something like that. Let's see. What's something that I feel like he would really like? I guess we could do some shrimp. That seems like really fancy. So salt and pepper shrimp cocktail. So yeah, we'll go ahead and have her do that. And then once the kids get home from school, we'll be inviting Graham over. I'm not going to do like a whole bunch of balloons and all this stuff because Graham, he is not the kind of person that likes that kind of thing. He doesn't really like all that attention, but he just needs to know that he's cared for, and so that's the most important thing. Class presentation. Lewis has to present in front of the entire class. He has some great ideas for how to jazz up his presentation, even if they're not exactly what the teacher asked for. Should he go all out and make his presentation shine, or just do what was asked? He is going to go all out because he's kind of extra in that sense with education. So although the teacher loves it, Lewis's classmates grumble that he made them all look bad. They're angry with him for throwing off the curve. Oh, Lewis, I'm so sorry. It feels good to do well, but not if it means everyone else is mad. Poor thing. This is why he just does not socialize well. He doesn't get all the cues and has a hard time with it. Both Keely and Lewis have returned back from school. It looks like she is feeling really good. She had a productive school day, whereas Lewis had a really embarrassing school day. Poor thing. So we'll have him go ahead and come on in here and get some leftovers. Looks like Keely is sitting down right away to do her homework, which is really great. So from friendly advice, when Keely remembers that Sim's words, her goals become clear in her mind. So she must have gotten some really good advice today and talked to the school advisor about university and things like that. She was surrounded by her friends. So all in all, I think she is just feeling really, really good about things. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and invite Graham to come on over. More choices. Is he already here? Is he already coming for a visit or something? Like, it's showing that that I can't call him to invite him. Oh yeah, there he is. So let's see if we can call over. The sim is too far away to call. Yeah, he definitely is. Well, I want him to come over, but I don't want to have to go all the way over there. That just seems silly. So what is she doing? Wash the laundry. I thought we already did that. So did I just never move it over? I guess that's true. Unload, add to the dryer. So don't wash it again. We need to load it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, whatever. So let's see. Can we invite him over yet? No, we can't. I just want him to come on over. Oh my goodness. Oh, but our counter is dirty, so we can go ahead and clean that. And Lewis, come over here and fill the bowl for Bobby. Make yourself useful, please. And once Keely finishes, we can get her to have something. Oh, I didn't realize our bills were due. My bad. Let's go ahead and do that. 2,600 simoleons. That's so expensive. But I mean, I feel like that's more realistic to what a real mortgage is like these days, because it's pricey now. But okay, let's go ahead and create a wall-mounted copy of this too. All right, let's place this one on the wall. This one's cute. This took large hoop. This took forever. That's pretty funny. Okay, let's see. Graham can, oh my goodness, I just want you to send him a text or something, Keely. Like, we need him to get closer to our house. Like, where is he? I see Mallory down there. Graham, where did you go? Where did you go, Graham? Is he like still over here in this area? I don't see him. Unless I'm totally blind, which is also highly, highly possible. So Keely is going to go ahead and grab some of the shrimp cocktail because she is starving, and apparently the leftovers do not match her food preferences, which I'm not sure what those are. But anyways, yeah, I cannot get him to, I don't want him to travel, but I just want him to come over, but I don't want to have to plan a stay over. But I guess maybe what we could try to do is maybe plan a social event. Would that work? Invite to hang out at current lot. Okay, here we go. Can I just, I guess it doesn't let you just pick. That's so frustrating. So we are playing as Graham here for a minute. I have gotten him to come on over to their house. He has seen the cake and he was so surprised. And Melly was just like, "Happy birthday, Dad." And he's like, "Oh, honey, you know, you don't need to call me that." And she's like, "I know, but I mean, that's what you are. And I just want to make sure that you know how much we appreciate you and everything you've done and how much you've helped me." And so we are going to go ahead and have him. He's going to make a wish that everything works out for Melly and that Keely is able to decide on her future, because he's so happy with the family that he has. So here he goes. We're not, like I said, going to have like a whole big birthday party for him, but we just want him to know that we love and care about him. Look how cute he is as an old man. I love that. So he is so happy and grateful for everything that they've done for him. We are going to call everyone to come and grab some cake. So he's like, "Everybody come get some cake." I mean, we know that Melly made this and she is fantastic in the kitchen. Like, she is really good. She is a really good cook. So Lewis looks like he's going to be the first one to come on over and enjoy some. He's like, "Happy birthday, Gramps." And he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm still not used to them calling me Grandpa," which is super cute. And so Keely looks like she was busy reading, but it looks like she's not interested in eating the cake. But she's like, "Happy birthday, Gramps. So glad that, you know, you're in our lives. We're grateful for all that you've done for us and our family. And we just love being together and a part of everyone." Oh, look at him shaking hands. He's like, "Yep, we're going to do the man thing. We're just going to shake hands. We're not going to hug." But yeah, so they're just having some cake and enjoying some casual conversation. So we can switch it back to Melly and them. But oh, Keely, are you going to come and join us now finally? Oh, yep, there she is. She was just putting her book away so that she could come down and have some cake. Look at her being so neat. But I'm really happy to see them all getting along, having a good time, and look at his relationship with his animals. That's just so precious. We are back to playing the rest of them, and oh my goodness, Melly, stop being so scared. She's like afraid of the dark. She's telling Keely about it. Keely's like, Mom, calm down. It's okay. She's like, "But I thought I heard a weird noise." Like, she's like, "Mom, I think you're getting more paranoid as you're getting older." And so, you know, I think that's, you know, Melly did laugh there. So I think she's definitely being good about calming her down. And so Keely here, she's wanting to be friendly with Graham, which is really sweet. Skip class, honey. I don't think so. But look at Lewis. He wants to become friends with Wesley Hooks. So that's actually interesting because I didn't think he'd ever met him, but I guess he has. But he's going to go on to bed because they do have school tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and send Keely on to sleep. And Graham is up here just hanging out by himself. And so, Melly, don't chat with Keely. The poor thing is exhausted. So let's play a game of chess with Graham. And she's like, Oh, so how are things going? He's like, oh, same old with me. He's like, not too much changes in my life, but tell me about yours. Everything going on with Keely and Lewis? And she's just, yeah, Keely's actually thinking about going to university and leaving home. And he's like, really? Well, how do you feel about it? And she's like, well, of course I'd miss her and everything, but it's her choice and her life. And I want her to do what makes her happy and what brings her joy. And Graham, he's like, honey, that's exactly how I raised you. And it's all up, life is all about finding what brings you fulfillment. And so, look, she's tricking him. He's like, oh, Melly, honey, you never changed. You've done that since you were a little girl. She's like, yeah, and yet you still fall for it. Their relationship is adorable. But I love how, like, warm-hearted they are. Look, he fell for it again. Oh, my goodness. Melly, I think he just does it to amuse her because it just makes him remember the good old days when she was a little girl, and that's just precious. But anyways, so we're gonna let them keep on playing some chess, and oh my gosh, I did not even realize that it's literally midnight. But I'll let them finish their game, and oh my gosh, of course of course it got broken. I feel like everything I have just keeps getting broken. I guess we don't really need a playroom anymore because kids are growing up, but I just realized, oh my gosh, now this is broken too. Goodness gracious. But I realized I never did anything with this room, so yeah. Still don't know what I want to do with it. Because I feel like it'd be weird to just have another bathroom there, So I'll have to consider what I'm going to do there. Melly is awoken this Wednesday morning to this massive thunderstorm. So Keely and Lewis just left for school. They called the school bus as it went by. So thankfully they got in there just before it started pouring. So hopefully it will be done by the time they get home, but who knows? But I thought I would show you guys. I did add up here, I got rid of that little drawing table and I put a computer up here and look, little dog plant because they have dogs and kind of reminds me of precious Shiloh. But we are going to work from home. Nobody wants to go outside in that rain. We are supposed to harvest flowers though, of course, and we didn't want to get rid of this because she had marked Lewis and Keely's height as they were growing up and getting bigger, and so we will just have her finish breakfast. We of course need to unload and put the laundry away. Does it tell us the status of the laundry? It doesn't. So we will take care of that. But also when Keely gets home today, she is going to actually put in her applications for university and try for some scholarships. So we'll have to see how that goes. We got this notification that says, say what? When answering a question, Lewis used forbidden words. It really shocked the teacher. Melly would be like, oh, seriously? That doesn't seem like him. But I feel like she would say, oh no, just punish him, just because that would be really uncalled for to react to a teacher that way. So, oh, looks like Bobby was outside in the rain, making it super wet inside. So, of course. Thankfully, the rain has finally stopped just before noon. So Melly is heading on out to take care of the chickens because I didn't realize, but they are starving. They are very unhappy. So thankfully, Bobby brought this to my attention. So yeah, so we're gonna have to feed them and then we'll probably go ahead and clean the coop, even though I know it makes Melly super uncomfortable. So I literally just found under this bush right here this gold bar. It said your pet was pooping gold, and this popped out. Positively amazing. And do you see this? You can sell it for 6,006 simoleons. That is insane to me. I didn't know that that was a thing. Keely is now coming upstairs. She is feeling a bit enraged just from all of her teenage hormones. And so she's coming up here to look at scholarships and to apply for some. So Sims who are adept at any of the performing arts guild. So we're going to do this one because obviously it's the only one she can apply for. And then I'm thinking we will go ahead and apply to some universities because she just wants to see if it's even an option, you know? She wants to know if she can even get accepted. Keely's university application is on its way. The university will look over the application and mail the results back sometime in the next few days. So this is what I had her read the guidance counselor's packet, and so this is what popped up. Resident grant for teens and young adults. The place they live may offer a grant providing students financial help in pursuing a university education. Each location has its own grant amounts, and students are encouraged to apply and represent their community. So we did do that one. That's about all the different types of scholarships. So we hopefully will find out some more info, and hopefully we'll get that Henford on Bagley one. And let's see, right now she is currently emailing the guidance counselor, trying to get some advice just to see, and I've never done that option before, so I'm curious to see if we actually get something. Keely has the best chance of earning these scholarships. Future star Sims who are adept at any of the performing arts skills may be eligible for this scholarship. Henford on Bagley resident. So okay, this one is 300 simoleons, and athletics 450 simoleons. Sims also participate as a soccer team player to keep their scholarship, which that's not anything she's interested in. And the performing arts, not so much, just the arts and writing. But so yeah, really only this one. But hey, 300 simoleons is still better than nothing. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you so much, Tater Tots, for joining me here for another episode of our Sugar Macaroon Legacy. We are probably only going to have about one more episode to conclude Generation 1. So I'm really excited to do the whole concluding episode. And so if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the future episodes and also the finale of this season. And also don't forget to hit that like button. It means a lot to me when you guys do that. And also leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And I will catch you all next time. See ya!
Oh, I feel so alive as I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the